morning and welcome to Wednesday, March 18th. We're continuing on with our virtual instruction today. So the first thing that I have for you up is your warm-up activities. Get your body moving so you have the oxygen and blood fresh going through your brain so that way you can absorb this information. Also, if you are watching this video and you have not watched yesterday's video, please go back to Tuesday, March 17th. That is where you are starting. You are not to move on until you've completed those assignments. Okay. Welcome to Wednesday. Okay, so something that I'd like to talk about for this morning meeting, since it's Wednesday, we usually talk about our weather. My weather today is gloomy because I was really looking forward to playing some disc golf today, but with the rain going on this morning, I was not able to. So, oh well, I'm feeling a little sad about that. But hopefully it'll clear up and I can play later on this afternoon. So what is your weather system? Think about it, reflect on it, and you could always tell me what your weather system is in your daily journal. So our class has been working hard to become even better with our math facts. We have answered 12,840 fact practice questions so far this year, with 192 questions answered this past week. Great job. The most improved for this past week are Josiah in division. Do you have questions on specific operations? You can ask these classmates for help. You could ask Shayla in addition, Shayla in subtraction, Lizbeth in multiplication, and Josiah in division. Let's see what we could do this week. I would like you guys to continue to practice your math facts on Freckle as often as possible, so that way you continue to learn and adjust and do that. I also wanted to give a shout out to Jessica because she has also been working on Freckle English Language Arts and doing a really great job with that. So continue on and keep up the good work. So today's objective is the same as yesterday. I will be able to create a number story that supports a number sentence. So this was your assignment yesterday. Write a two-step number story to fit the sentence below. 12 minus 4 times 2 equals 4. Why do we use parentheses in some number models? Why would we do this? That is a very good question, and I'm not going to have you guys answer it in an assignment. I'm going to go over that right now. We use parentheses because it is important that the person who is doing the problem and the person who makes the problem understands what they need to do first. And we know that when we have parentheses, we need to do what's in the parentheses first. The story needs a part that fits the numbers in the parentheses. So the operation in that part should be solved first. We know this. So when you are creating your story that was 12 minus 4 times 2 equals 4, you have to put in your number story the part that is 4 times 2 first for it to make sense. There needs to be a second part that fits the rest of the number model. So that's where that 12 minus comes into play. Okay. So here is one student's work. All right. Write a two-step number story to match the number sentence below. 12 minus 4 times 2 equals 4. Kevin has 12 presents. He has 4 bags. He puts 2 presents in each bag. How many presents are not in a bag? So did this student create a number story that fits the problem? Why or why not? This box is here, right here. So that way you can respond. It is assignment, Wednesday assignment. This is slide 1, okay? So I want you to tell me, does this story that this student has written fit the problem? Why or why not? Next, we have this student stated, I made 4 baskets in 2 games. The other team made 12. How many more shots did they make than me? Now, does this story do a good representation of the number problem? This is where you will respond in this box right here. And you're going to tell me, does it fit the number story? Why or why not? Really read it carefully. Read both of them carefully. I made 4 baskets in 2 games. The other team made 12. How many more shots did they make than me? Really pay attention to how that's written and let me know if it is right or if it is wrong. Now, your responses that you did yesterday, okay, or maybe earlier today, depending on when you did the Tuesday assignments, does your number story fit the number model? Some of you guys wrote numbers as an answer. That doesn't necessarily fit. That's not a number story. What I want is words, just like your math comic that we had created. There are 6 students in each table group. There are 3 table groups. I have 12 prizes. How many more do I need? Or something like that. You need to take it apart, do the multiplication in the parentheses first. First, write that part of your number story. Then add in, why would I be subtracting something from that answer? Okay, I know it's complicated and I'd love to work with you in person on this, but I want you to try, okay? Especially if you know that you didn't do this part correctly, I want you to go back and fix it. Not on Tuesday's assignment. You will have the same slide in today's assignment, and so you can rewrite a number story that fits the number model. So you will revise your work to fit the equation. That is your task for math. And that's it for math. All right, so now we're going to move on to English Language Arts. I will be able to analyze key events in a text to create a summary. Now, let's go over. What are key events? They are not the same as details. Key events are actions, things that are happening in this story, not details about what somebody looked like or where they live or anything like that. Events are what happens. So if the character is going from one place to another place, that would be an event. If the main character is meeting a new character, that's an event. Especially when there's a new character involved, that usually indicates that a new event is happening. A summary that I want you guys to write regarding this text that you're going to read is a somebody wanted, but so then. Okay? Somebody wanted, but here's the problem. This is what happened. So they did this, then this is what happened. Okay? All right. Your primary knowledge goal is to learn new ideas for how to solve problems by reading classic tales. Last week, you read a classic tale by the Brothers Grimm. This week, you will read another tale by the same authors. The Brothers Grimm wrote Dr. Know-All. Before we begin this week's selection, let's quickly reflect on what we have learned so far. So this is going to be, I think, slide 3 in your assignments. You're going to tell me, what did you learn about solving problems from the story Dr. Know-All? And you're going to write, I learned about solving problems from Dr. Know-All. Okay? Like I said, you don't have to use these sentence frames that I provided. That is completely up to you, but I do want a complete sentence when you are writing your responses. Next, how do these ideas affect your thinking about the essential question? What helps us solve problems? Remember, that's our big picture question. What helps us solve problems? So how has your thinking about what helps us solve problems changed? This affects my thinking about the essential question because, So when we talked about the essential question last, we had said that The Fox and the Geese and the Three Spinsters were affected our thinking about the essential question because they solved their problems by working together and by being creative. And so now that we have Dr. Know-All in here as well, how did he solve his problems? And how does that affect your thinking about what helps us solve problems in the long run? All right, so this is slide, I believe, 4. Actually, it might be 5 now that I think about it. So, how were you able to tell the difference between important and unimportant events when we're counting Dr. Know-All? Now, this is important because you are going to be finding your key events in the next reading assignment. So it's important that we know, how did you know what was important in Dr. Know-All and what wasn't important in Dr. Know-All? Well, like I said before, key events are events that affect that main character. For instance, meeting new characters, having problems that they need to solve and the steps that they take in order to solve them. All of those things are key events, all right? And those are the types of things that you'll look for in your next reading assignment. How do you use characters' actions and the story events to help determine the story's central message? Now, the central message has a lot to do with the summary. Or what do you learn from this? What do you take away? Like we had said before in The Fox and the Goose and The Three Spinsters, we had said that teamwork is important and was part of the central message in those characters being able to get out of their problems. So that is one way characters' actions and story events help you determine that central message. Now, what happened in Dr. Know-All that could give you an idea of what is the central message? What do we learn from Dr. Know-All throughout his experience? Okay, so those ones you didn't have to do a response for. This one you do. I want you to look through pages 22 through 29 in Making Decisions on the Benchmark webpage. Make a prediction of what this story will be about. What's your prediction and why do you think that will happen? So this is where I want you to respond within this box. Even though I went over this yesterday, you get to benchmark. You click on Unit 6. When I click on Unit 6, it takes me to my teacher guide. Let me see if I can get the book. Ebook. I'm going to turn to page 22 just by clicking this corner. Helps turn the pages. This is the story. It's called The Wolf and the Fox. Here's a wolf. There's a fox. What do you take away from this picture? Interesting. Okay, we have some more pictures here. We've got them talking to each other. What could it all mean? Did I go back too many? Oh, we're eating. Uh-oh. Now that you've skimmed and scanned all the pages, what is your prediction? You're not supposed to be reading it yet. You should be answering on the slide. What is your prediction about this story? Now, for now, I'm going to go ahead and pause and continue to the next video selection while you go ahead and answer your prediction.